exercise efficacy and outcomes. It is a study protocol of a RCT. And here is my team members. And I come from the Level School of Nursing, Faculty of Medicine, the Chinese University of Hong Kong. So today, my presentation will cover some of the background, aims, methods, and some discussion. So background, coronary heart disease is the leading cause of health globally and locally. In Hong Kong, the coronary heart disease had an increasing incidence among middle-aged adults, just like USA or some other Western country. Secondary preventive strategies such as good lipid control, performing physical activities, making healthy dietary choices are suggested to be effective means of self-management of the CHD patients. However, low exercise adherence has been observed among CHD patients. Behavioral change in exercise and diet choice is a challenging and long-term process. So as a healthcare professional, what should we do to support our client for their self-health management in the community and also improve their exercise adherence and total exercise? So, as you all know, that e-health technology has been proven as effective modes of client support. Many studies demonstrated that e-health intervention, including the internet, mobile phone apps, or home-based educational intervention with some e-health support, have been successfully used to support chronic disease clients for health management and secondary prevention in the community. So also a number of studies have reported significant positive effects of e-health intervention on physical activities and health outcomes. So what is e-health? So e-health refers to the use of medical informatics, public health and business involving the health services and information delivered or enhanced through the internet and related technologies. And so the study also demonstrated that e-health technology as a mode of educational intervention are very cost-effective, feasible, and also accessible to most of the clients. However, in the market, most of the e-health program lack personal interaction, and also there is limited study in the Asian country as well as in the Chinese population. So therefore, the project aims is to develop a highly interactive e-health educational intervention, and then using an RCT to determine the effectiveness of this program for middle-aged patients with CHD, in specifically to examine the effect of the total exercise efficacy, and also exercise adherence rate, and also the change in the risk factors profile, including the cholesterol, triglyceride, and lipid, and so on. The change, and also including the change in health-related quality of life and psychological outcomes. Hypothesis, 5 specific hypotheses will be used. So the coronary heart disease patient receiving the program, when compared to those in the control group, will demonstrate improved amount of exercise time, enhanced exercise efficacy, improved exercise adherence rate, and also in control risk factor profile in terms of the blood pressure, cholesterol, triglyceride, glycemic control across 12 months, and also to improve the health-related quality of life in terms of physical and psychological outcomes. So the study design is a prospective parallel randomized control trial. Data will be collected from specialty clinics of 2 regional hospitals in Hong Kong. Patients who satisfied the inclusion and exclusion criteria will be invited to the study. So the inclusion criteria are those Chinese patients who attend regular follow-up for their health cardiac problem, age around 30 to 65, can use and access internet at home. Exclusion criteria are those patients with physical, mental, visual, cognitive impairments, or a patient with contraindication to walking will be excluded in the study. Sample size. Sample size is calculated based on primary outcomes of physical exercise, clinical significance, and the results of our recently completed pilot study. The estimated effect size from the pilot study was 0.29, And it is estimated that 175 patients in each group will be needed to achieve a statistical power of 80% at 5% significance level of the two-tailed pool t-test. As a 50% attrition rate was observed in our pilot study at 3-month follow-up, and further assuming a 20% attrition rate at 6-month follow-up. So eventually, 438 patients will be included in this study. So randomization. The allocation sequence has been computer-generated by a statistician, by the two investigators, and randomized patients with a ratio to 1:1 by using block randomization method with block size 4. A small card indicating the group assignment has been placed in an opaque sealed envelopes. So the envelopes will be opened by the RA research assistant after the patient has completed the baseline questionnaires. So the intervention group of those including actually it's all participants, they will receive the usual care. So what are the usual care? The usual care are the patient, they receive the standard medical treatment, standard medication, and also in addition, they also receiving an educational leaflet about the disease. What are the coronary heart disease, and also we provide them with the leaflet relating to how to perform the stretching exercise and all this. So all the patients receive this usual care. In addition to the usual care, the intervention group will receive an additional 30 minutes educational session. In this 30 minutes educational session, we teach the client how to access our website. So because the website is decided in Cantonese language, in Chinese language, so I would like to show you some of the key features of the website. So for the front website, the front page is the information giving. So here, when the participant access the front page, they will receive the general health intervention related to the health problem, like what are the coronary heart disease, what are the risk factors, and so on. So only the the general information. However, in addition to this general intervention, general knowledge, the intervention group patient can access the member area. So once they access the member area, they can register and do their health record. Okay, so they can record their own health in related to the heart disease, such as the blood pressure, the cholesterol level, the triglyceride, or even the HbA1c level. Relating to the exercise record, the client can record. First of all, they need to set up their goal. So after they set up the goal, then we teach the client how to do the exercise record. So they can record what type of exercise they perform, such as this one, they're walking for 20 minutes, and what are the dates. And then also the patient can also access the graph showing that will their goal be achieved, or what are the trends for their exercise record and so on. So here is the website. Later on, if we got a chance after this presentation, I can show you the website if you are interested in it. And so for the intervention, the content of the eHealth website consists of the knowledge related to the coronary heart disease and also the measures to modify the risk factor. And the member area are the area that provide a safe, individualized, and interactive platform for the exercise record and also the health record. And all participants will, in the intervention group and also the control group, we advise them to perform the basic exercise at least 30 minutes per day for at least 5 times per week. And then, and in addition to this educational section, one telephone follow-up will be provided to all participants 1 week after the initial contact. So the reminding call for the intervention group aims to assess the client's usage of the website for the intervention group. So make sure that the patient, know how to access the website properly. And then for the control group, because they don't access the website, so we only provide a casual talk related to other health-related lifestyle practice for the control group. The time for telephone follow-up is about 10 to 15 minutes. The fidelity of the intervention has been maintained by the same dosage of educational section and also the telephone follow-up, such as we got the same person who do the educational intervention for all the intervention group patients, and also the same assigned time interval for the telephone follow-up. So here are the study flow chart. So first of all, in the clinic, we need to assess the eligibility of the client. So using the inclusion and exclusion criteria. After screening, then we do the randomization, and then eventually 219 patients was recruited as an intervention group, and then 219 patients recruited as the control group. So both groups are similar, except that the intervention group got the additional 30 minutes educational session, and also they can access our eHealth website. And then the data collection is conducted at 3 months and also 6 months. And eventually, after 12 months, because we need to retrieve some of the medical record. And so after 12 months, we did the data analysis in the whole lot, and then using the intention to treat method. So for the outcome measures, for the primary outcome, we use the Godin-Swappen Leisure Time Physical Activities Questionnaire. And this questionnaire is a well-validated tool, and the scale measure how often per week and how long per exercise session have they performed the different level of exercise outside their work duties. And then by using the formula, we do the sum of score of this total exercise. And then this scale has been shown to have good psychometric properties. The secondary outcome also consists of the exercise efficacy using the Chinese version of self-efficacy for exercise. And this scale also proved to be reliable and with good psychometric property, and also commonly used in Chinese population. And then for the exercise adherence, frequency and time interval of exercise will be retrieved from the web record as well as reported by the patient. And the compliance rate of greater than 75% is regarded as good adherence. So say for example, if the goal of the exercise, total exercise time is around 600 minutes per month, then if they can achieve 450 minutes per month is regarded as good compliance in the exercise performance. Anxiety and depression scale, we use the Chinese version of HAD scale. This scale is also a very good validated tool and commonly used for Chinese population. And then for quality of life, we use the Chinese version of health survey questionnaire, SF12. And this scale is also with very good psychometric properties. And in addition, we also record the patient's age, gender, occupation, their medical problems related to the heart problem, such as blood pressure, HDL, LDL, and triglyceride, blood sugar level, HbA1c, and also the body mass index. And data analysis. Data will be analyzed using the SPSS. Baseline characteristic between two groups will be compared by using the chi-square or Fisher test for the category variables, and t-test for the Mann-Whitney test for the continuous variables. And generalized linear models with adjustment for demographic and other potential confounding variables will be used to compare the mean change in the total physical exercise, cell efficacy in exercise, cardiovascular risk factors, HAD, and also health-related quality of life over the time between the two groups. And all tests are two-sided and with a P value less than 0.05 will be considered as significance. So the ethical consideration, the study was approved by the University and Hospital Ethical Committee. And the study is still in progress. The study has received the grant support from the Health and Medical Research fund granted by the Food and Health Bureau of the Hong Kong government. The project has begun in June 2013, and data collection has been completed just before I come here. So the data analysis will be conducted in these 2 months, and then hopefully I can report the total results in the next conference. So the strength and limitation of this study protocol is that we adopt the RCT study. So this RCT study will contribute to the high evidence-based practice by testing the effectiveness of this e-health program. And this study has been decided to meet all the criteria for high-quality non-pharmacological RCT with randomization, multi-center participation, blind assessment during data collection, and analysis with good sample size. And however, the study will be limited to single-blind design that the intervener knows the group allocation due to the nature of intervention. So here, at the end, so thank you for your listening. And here is the picture to show the Hong Kong. So Hong Kong is also a very beautiful city, and hopefully you may have a chance to visit us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Eliza. Are you happy to take questions? Does anybody have any questions for Eliza? Yes.